Football, it's a game of emotion. It's a game of communication. And there's a lot of it that is lost in translation when it comes to the broadcast the way it is now. And unless you actually play the game, like, can you pause that, please? Like what?
Unless you actually play.
1 second. Yeah, unless you've actually played the game, you really don't understand. And you just lose out on the whole experience until now. There's technology out right now with GoPro and other teams, Washington, a couple other, that have actually, they're already on this, but they're only using it for training and practice, really. They're using it the wrong way. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to be the first to bring it to you in an actual game. Who was it? Fox Sports tried to do this in 2008, and they failed because they did not have the technology needed. They did not have GoPro. Now we do, and now we are going to come up with a modification that's going to allow it to be in a game. And I'm going to let JD take over it. Explain that better.
So the biggest thing going into this is going to be engineering a helmet. We're trying to decide who we're going to go with on the helmet company, but for right now, we're trying to design a camera that is compact enough and is sturdy enough to withstand a hit. As you can see in this chart, this is basically just measures of being hit in the head by G-force, and you can see like one of them is like F-16 fighters, kind of on the low end, and then you all of a sudden get tackled with footballs up here in kind of a danger zone. So you could definitely get a concussion for football. We're all about player safety. That is what we're trying to continue to push. We want to cooperate with the NFL as best as possible in order to make sure that none of the players get hurt due to our cameras being in the helmet. And also we want the helmet to constantly work and be a one-time investment. So.
All right, so how do we make money off the cash cow that is the NFL? How do we all become millionaires by the age of 25? It's a great question. We could simply just sell the cameras to the NFL, to the supplier, and make a couple $100 and, put on our resume and move on with life. But no, we want to take it a step further. We don't want to be GoPro. We don't want to be Nokia. We don't want to be Canon. We want to own the content. We want to make it to where our patents, our contracts are, we own the content that we film. That way, we can make the most possible money off this great technology that no one else has thus far been able to develop. Now, our main one, the most lucrative, you could say, I guess, would be our sponsorships. Now, why is this lucrative? Simply because we're just putting a name on someone's helmet camera. We're not selling them a product. So it's a win-win for the player, and it's a win-win for us. Basically, Calvin Johnson is making millions of dollars. We're making millions of dollars. We're all riding the money train down to Franklin Highway, you could say. Anyways, the next thing we'll make money off of is royalties. We want our footage to last a lifetime. We want these royalties to be coming in until we're 70. We want this footage to be aired on CBS, ESPN, and them all to pay us a flat fee for the remainder of this life of the film. And the last way we'll make money is online subscriptions. We hope to develop a website to where you can play fantasy football and at the same time have a helmet camera on your player. The subscription fees will be $30 a month, and we think this is a competitive price to pay for what we're offering. And to tell us about who will be paying these subscription fees, I'll pass it off to Chase.
All right, now, what we're going to be doing is what our targets are going to be people mainly in the U.S. Starting off, as you can see at this picture of all the states on the screen, they are all represented by an NFL team, with some states even being represented by multiple teams at once. What this means in terms of our product is there is a strong market out there for us to hit. Now, even though it's only U.S. right now, there are talks, and it probably will happen in the next few years, us expanding into the Europe market as well. And now, within the U.S. though, that's what we're going to be targeting first. As you can see by this other graph right here, our main targets are going to be males between the ages of 18 to 44. As you can see by the shades, that is the most concentrated amount of people who are football fanatics, football fans. You name it. They have all different names. We all know them. But these are going to be the people that we're going to be targeting for our subscriptions. And with, of course, a possibility to grow into the European markets on top of that, to which, those numbers can't even be generated yet. Now, to go on further about another one of our revenue streams, I'm going to pass it over to Carson.
All right now I'm going to talk about our website. These are the statistics on the unique users that different sports websites have had in May of 2011. You notice NFL.com is all the way down there at the bottom, so we'll start there. We have a revenue around this one. They got about 8 million unique visitors at this time. Now, it's a little less than football season, but the draft did just happen, so it's a little up from the normal part of the year. But if we get 8 million unique visitors, which is honestly kind of a low thing for us, and we get a 1% click to sale rating. A 2% is good, we have that, 1% would be safe. 8 million times 1%, 80,000 sales. Charging $30 a month for a subscription, $30 times 80, $2.4 million a month. Now, that's honestly quite low, so we're going to go to the other end of the spectrum here. We're going to go to ESPN. ESPN had 38 million unique visitors in May 2011. Add the 1%, 380,000 sales, $30 a month, 30 times $380,000, any guesses? No? $11.4 million a month. So we're talking about big money here, people. So we are not going to need some $8,000 to start our company. What we're asking for is $5 million, and that's not a month. We're asking for $5 million just to get us started. So the return on investment is going to be huge for this. And now I've explained why the money is good. I'm going to throw it over to JD. He's going to tell you what else is good about us.
Okay, so for every ship, you need a good captain. We got 5 good captains here that can lead in 5 different areas. We're going to need our PR. If you're on a ship with a bad captain, then come talk to me afterward. Just saying. We talked to we got our PR with Ryan, and Ryan's going to handle that. He's also handled with our sponsors and deal with them, and I will co-work with him on that. We also have our media strategy guys, which is on my LinkedIn, right? Adam and Carson. They're going to take care of all the technical stuff. There's going to be a lot of software, hardware, things like that, so they will definitely handle that. And then marketing will be Chase, and I will also help him with marketing. And I think with this team, we could definitely do a lot with the huge amount of money that we're working with and trying to work with other people in the companies. So pass it up to Ryan for closure.
All right. Whether we know it or not yet, we're going to start watching football this way. We've already seen replays. They use it in actual games as replays. They've shown practice in the middle of games. They've already developed this. There's already teams trying to do this, companies trying to do it. But we're going to be the first because we're going to get the technology first, and we're going to get the patent. Whether or not it's 5 months or 5 years from now, it's going to happen. So why wait?